It's 7 p.m. on a quiet Saturday. Red and blue strobes are dancing across my perfect purple hydrangeas. A 14-year-old kid in basketball shorts is rattling my side gate like his life depends on it, screaming into his phone. Yes, it's an emergency. He barricaded himself. Send police right now. The barricade? My 6-foot cedar privacy gate. My yard. My lock. My rules. I'm just standing on the porch, coffee in hand, watching the circus unfold. The cop rolls up, takes one look, slides the latch open with 2 fingers, clicks it shut again like he's testing a cheap pen. Then he turns to the kid with the deadest voice I've ever heard. Son, this is how gates work. I almost spit out my coffee. Let me introduce myself properly. Name's Nolan. Quiet analyst by day, weekend woodworker, caffeine addict loud enough to get dirty looks. I bought this house in Cedar Crest Meadows for 2 things. Giant trees and peace. Instead I got Tricia Malloy, HOA president. Wears visors like battle armor. Wields a clipboard like it's Excalibur. She has opinions on mailbox height, trashcan visibility, and apparently which shade of beige is morally acceptable. Her son Brandon runs a middle school biker gang that treats every lawn like a motocross track. My side yard? Their personal shortcut. 3 times a day, bikes screaming through, flattening flower beds, carving ruts in the grass. I did the only sane thing. I built a beautiful cedar gate. Tall, solid, locked. Tricia called it hostile architecture. I called it peace and quiet. Next morning, little printed cards appear on my door handle. Official HOA letterhead. Unauthorized access reduction, $50. Visual obstinacy, $75. My personal favorite, unauthorized latch, $10. I wish I was making this up. Each one signed in Tricia's perfect looping handwriting, deadline highlighted in psychotic yellow. She even leaned into my open garage one day to lecture me about porous yards and neighborhood circulation patterns. She used the phrase pedestrian easement, like she graduated from Harvard Law instead of one YouTube city planning video. Then she took it online, posted on the neighborhood forum with all the subtlety of an air raid siren. Some people have decided to lock their gates. Thoughts? Only screenshotted the angry comments, printed them, and left them on my windshield like parking tickets. Brandon treated my latch like a Fortnite challenge. I found 14 fresh tally marks scratched into the wood. 14 failed attempts. One afternoon Tricia herself shows up with an actual yardstick, measuring my gate like it's evidence in a murder trial. Declares it 1 inch into freedom negative. I asked what that meant. She said I'd understand soon. The next fine that arrived was $125. I emailed her the architectural approval form she herself signed 6 weeks earlier. Her reply came in under 30 seconds. Approvals can be spiritually revoked. I reread it 5 times looking for sarcasm. There was none. Saturday afternoon. I'm in the garage sorting tools when I hear tires screech. The biker gang comes flying down the hill straight for my yard. Gates locked. Brandon hits the brakes, does a theatrical gasp, and dials 911. I can hear every word on speaker. Yes, it's an emergency. He won't let us through his gate. Dispatcher. Through what exactly? His yard. It's a public passageway. I'm watching the whole thing live on my Ring camera, sipping the same coffee. Tricia sprints over 5 minutes later, waving a wrinkled photocopy of a 1998 walking path that was never built. She's shouting that my yard is community adjacent, and the gate is a legal seizure of HOA land. The officer asks for proof of the easement. Tricia says, historical precedent and community memory. He looks at me. I just shrug. Then she slips, admits she tested the lock 3 times that week. Officer, so you attempted to open a locked gate on private property? Tricia doubles down. It's not private, it's community adjacent. Those were her exact words. I excuse myself, walk inside, come back with a folder. Not internet receipts. Real ones. County plat map, stamped, signed, my property lines crystal clear. Recent survey with corner pins still in the ground. HOA bylaws highlighted. Owners may install and secure fencing at their discretion. And the cherry on top, the original gate approval form with Trisha's own red, approved stamp. The sergeant radios county zoning. Answer comes back in 2 minutes. No easement exists on lot 42. Then I open the Ring app and turn my phone toward the officer. Clip 1. Trisha 3 nights ago, sliding a butter knife into my latch. Clip 2. Brandon yanking the gate so hard the whole fence shakes. Clip 3 golden. Trisha whispering to Brandon yesterday. If it breaks, we just say we found it that way. The officer's eyebrows nearly launch into orbit. 2 weeks later. Special meeting. Clubhouse packed. Half the neighborhood came for drama, half for the Costco cookies. I requested it in writing. Trisha tried to block it. Bylaws said she couldn't. I plug in the projector. Slide 1. 1998 proposed path labeled never constructed. Removed 1999. Slide 2. Bylaws saying gates and locks are explicitly allowed. Slide 3. 2-minute ring montage on loop, butter knife, yanking, and the whispered felony coaching. Slide 4. Letter from the county calling 911 over a gate, misuse of emergency services. Slide 5. Every fine totaled up $475. And my polite request for full refund plus written apology. The board attorney starts throwing around words like tortious interference and abuse of authority. Vote to rescind every fine. 7-0. Trisha abstains, face ghost white. Then the motion drops. Remove Trisha as president, strip her stipend, her reserved parking, her key to the storage shed. Passes 6-1. Only her best friend votes no. Trisha just stands there, visor crooked, staring at the cookie tray she can no longer reach. Civil injunction hearing. Judge watches the ring clips, reads the evidence, signs the order same day. Trisha and Brandon must stay 5 feet away from my fence unless invited. Forever. Brandon gets 40 hours community service, repainting fences around the neighborhood. He now bikes the long way around the cul-de-sac every single lap. The HOA mails every resident brand new guidelines. Page 2 features a full-color photo of my gate. Caption: Example of approved, respected fencing. Title of the new policy: Respect the gate. Some fights you win by yelling. Some you win by staying quiet and saving everything. I still drink my coffee loud. But now the only sound in my yard is birds. And the soft, satisfying click of a lock that nobody dares touch again.